Welcome back to another TBR video, my friends. For October, I will be choosing my TBR with the help of my TBR jar. This is going to be the second time that I use my TBR jar to choose my TBR for the month. Last month, I chose my TBR blindly, so I had wrapped up all of my books and I chose my reads blindly, which was very fun to do. But I think that for October, I want to use again my TBR jar. So these are all of the books that I currently own. As you can tell, we have a lot of fantasy. We have plenty of books that are perfect for fall. We also have a random summer book here, which I am definitely not going to be choosing, but I haven't read it, so I just kept it here. And I'm thinking that this month I will choose 6 books. And if I end up reading more than 6 books, this is going to be perfect. So without further ado, let's start choosing our prompts. Let's open the jar, give it a little bit of a shake, and let's choose prompt number 1. My jar does look a bit empty, but I swear we have enough prompts here. So prompt number 1, let's see. A book I am scared of starting. Can you see? Will it focus? No, I don't think that it will. Okay, so honestly, I do see a couple of books that I'm scared of starting, but I feel like the one that I am really scared of starting is When the Moon Hatched. Just because it is a pretty thick book, and also have heard mixed reviews on it. Some people love it, some people don't. And by reading the synopsis and just hearing a few comments on the book, I don't know if this is going to be clear to me or not, because I'm also going to read this in English and Greek is my first language. But maybe I am being super dramatic and it's not going to be as bad as I think. I'm still very excited to start this, but I'm also a bit scared. So I think that the premise of the book is an assassin and a dragon rider will work together to take revenge. I have read the synopsis of this book plenty of times and I still cannot remember exactly what this book is all about, and that is a sign that maybe this book is going to give me a difficult time, but maybe not. Maybe not. We have an assassin, her name is Ravi or Rave. She will work with a dragon rider, Khan Vager, and they will try to seek truths that threaten to unravel everything they knew about their world. So we will have magic, we will have dragons. This does sound pretty good, but it also scares me at the same time. So I think that this is going to be my choice. Okay, let's choose prompt number 2. A book with 300 pages or less. Can you see? Do I even have this type of book? Let's see. What about this one? Okay, so Welcome to the Hyunamdong bookshop has in total 301 pages, but the last few are the author's note and the actual book ends at 297 pages. So this can be one of my options. What about a novel love story? No, definitely not. Or let me see. No, this is more than 300 pages. Then Powerful is a small book, but this is a novella and I haven't read Powerless yet, so I cannot read this. So let's put this aside. The Man I Think I Know. No, this is more than 300 pages. So I guess that I don't have any other option. I think that my first option is going to be also my last option. So, Welcome to the Hyunamdong bookshop. This is going to be my choice. And I cannot wait to read it. I am very, very excited about this book. So this book follows our main character, Youngju. She did everything right. She went to university, she found a respectable job, she got married to a decent man, but then everything fell apart and she's going through a burnout. She abandons her old life and she decides to open her own bookshop. So I guess that in this new environment, she's going to meet new people, hear the stories of other people. And I feel like this is the type of book that will make you think about your life, maybe about your choices. I think that this is going to be a book with a message behind it, with a message to it. So I cannot wait to read it, and I think that it's going to be a very cozy read for fall. And also I love the cover. It is gorgeous. Look at that. Fantastic. So this is going to be my second choice. So prompt number 3. Let's see. A book that everyone has read but you. Okay, so there are some books that I know that a lot of people have read and I still haven't read them. And I think that I have a few of them in my TBR card. Will this ever focus? Probably not. So, moving on. So I feel like a lot of people have already read One Dark Window, definitely Powerless for sure, Circe as well, Once Upon a Broken Heart, Belladonna, and probably also The Nightingale. So I have plenty of books that I believe that a lot of people have read and I still haven't read them yet. So this is going to be a tough choice. I really need to think about it for a second. I definitely want something that is going to be good for fall, that it's going to be maybe dark, mysterious, or cozy. You know what? I have been wanting desperately to read One Dark Window for a really long time. So I think that I should go with One Dark Window. I mean, fall is pretty much officially here. So I think that this is going to be perfect. It is dark, it is gothic, paranormal. So I think that this is going to be the perfect fall read. And I am choosing this. This is going to be my third choice. One Dark Window. I'm doing the thing. I am finally reading this book. And this book follows Elspeth, who I think has a monster in her mind. The monster that lives inside of her is called the Nightmare. It's a spirit trapped in her head. He protects her and he keeps her secrets. But nothing comes for free, especially magic. So is she going to go insane or what? So Elspeth will meet a mysterious man and she's thrust into a world of shadow and deception. They will embark on a dangerous quest to cure the town from the dark magic infecting it. But the Nightmare is slowly, darkly taking over her mind and she might not be able to stop it. So like I said, she's going to go insane. I don't know, we will see. I will have to read it and find out. But this is going to be my third choice. Perfect fall read, dark, gothic, mysterious. We will have monsters and creatures and magic. I'm here for it. So, prompt number 4. A book set in a city you've never visited. I mean, that is kind of silly to write because I'm pretty sure that I have never been to any of the cities that are being described in these books. But I thought that it was a fun prompt, so I wrote it. So let's see. So we will probably have a lot of magical cities that do not even exist. So I guess I need to choose a book that is set in the real world, that will have like a real city or a real town. I'm not really sure about any of these books, but I think that The Nightingale is definitely a good choice because it takes place in France, right? Yeah, it does take place in France. And also this book was in my TBR, I think 2 months ago, and I never read it. So I think that now is finally the time for me to read it, right? And this book takes place during World War II. It will follow 2 sisters, and I think that this book will show us what it's like to be a woman during this dark period. So we have Vianne and Isabel, the 2 sisters, separated by years and experienced by ideals and passion and circumstance, each embarking on her own dangerous path towards survival, love, and freedom in war-torn France. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be heartbreaking. I have heard excellent things about The Nightingale, and I think that it is final time for me to read it. So we have 4 books so far. Let's choose prompt number 5. A book I know nothing about. I don't know if there is a book in my TBR card that I know nothing about. No, I know a few things about all of these books. So should I just put this aside and choose something else? Yeah, I think that would be the smart thing to do. We're putting this aside and we're choosing another prompt because I think that I know a few details about all of these books. So it doesn't make sense. I will keep it for another month. Okay, so a book with 3 words or more in the title. So do I have any books with 3 words or more in the title? I guess that the is not considered a word. So like the Crimson Moth is 2 words, right? The is not a word, or is it? You know what? I will go with Better Than the Movies because I feel like I have a very dark, heavy stack of books here, and I think that I need something more romantic and lighter to read if this is going to be romantic and lighter. I think that it is because we follow 2 teenagers, I think. I'm pretty sure that they are teenagers. Our main characters are in their teens. They go to school. So we have Wes and Liz, who are friends since they were kids. I'm not sure if they are friends, but they are definitely neighbors. And now Wes, the boy, becomes friends with Michael, who is Liz's crush. And Liz will work with Wes to win over Michael. They will try to, make Michael fall in love with Liz. So Wes and Liz will start spending more and more time together. And I think that they will start realizing that they love spending time together. They will grow closer, and Liz will need to rethink her happily ever after. This is Grumpy Sunshine. I don't know who is going to be the Grumpy and who is going to be the Sunshine. It could be either of them, either Wes or Liz. But I feel like this is going to be a good palette cleanser after one of these books here. And let's choose our final and sixth prompt. A book I think I'd want to live in. So this is going to be hard because I'm not really sure in which book I would love to live in. Let's be real, I would definitely love to live in a fantasy book, but would I survive it? Or would I be one of the first people to die? I think the latter. But I tried to tell myself that I would survive, even though I low-key think that I wouldn't. But let's say that I would survive in a fantasy book, okay? Because I want to choose another fantasy. Let's say that I would survive, okay? In which book would I want to be in? Let me think. You know what? From the few things that I know about this book, I think that I would want to live in The Crimson Moth. Because I love witches, and I feel like the whole idea of witches and magic and darkness and having also witch hunters, you know, like cute, hot witch hunters hunting the witches, I feel like I would want to live in that. Even though that does sound dangerous, probably the witch hunters in reality wouldn't be hot and charming. They would be mad crazy and they would want to kill me because obviously I would be a witch. But I think that I would love to live in The Crimson Moth. Maybe I will read it and decide otherwise, that this would be an awful world to live in. But also this looks like the perfect autumn read, so I think that I'm gonna choose this one. I was thinking between this one and The Crescent City, just because in The Crescent City we have Rune Denon, and I think that I would marry him. Again, I haven't read the series, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I won't like the character once I start reading the series. But I don't think that I'm ready to dive into such a huge, massive book, even though I have chosen a huge book here, When the Moon Hatched. And this looks also pretty big, or maybe not. It has a big font and big pages, so this doesn't look too bad. Okay, yeah, this is going to be my choice, The Crimson Moth. I have been wanting to read this for a while. So this book will follow our main character, Rune. She is a witch, and I think that she's pretending that she's just a simple person, but I think that she will be trying to rescue other witches, and she might get caught by the witch hunter. Yes, when a rescue goes wrong, Rune decides to throw the witch hunters off her scent. You know, I could just read you the synopsis and not tell you wrong things here because I think that I haven't understood the concept correctly. So let's read this a bit quickly. On the night Rune's life changed forever, blood ran in the streets. Now in the aftermath of a devastating revolution, witches have been diminished from powerful rulers to outcasts ruthlessly hunted due to their waning magic, and Rune must hide what she is. Spending her days pretending to be nothing more than a vapid young socialite, Rune spends her nights as the Crimson Moth, a witch vigilant, I need to look this word up, who rescues her kind from being purged. When a rescue goes wrong, Rune decides to throw the witch hunters off her scent by courting the handsome Gideon Sharp. Except Gideon, let's say, is a notorious and unforgiving witch hunter loyal to the revolution, and falling for him would be deadly. Enemies to lovers, I think we will have also betrayal in this book. I think that I heard that somewhere online, and I'm pretty sure that this will end in a cliffhanger, and I cannot wait to start this. Reading the synopsis makes me think that I would definitely not survive in this world, but let's all pretend that I would be hella strong and I would survive, okay? I'm choosing to live in The Crimson Moth. So let's have a final look at all the choices that we have. So book number 1, we have When the Moon Hatched. Book number 2, we have Welcome to the Hyunam-dong Bookshop. Book number 3, we have One Dark Window. Book number 4, we have The Nightingale. Book number 5, we have Better Than the Movies. And book number 6, we have The Crimson Moth, in which I would definitely die, but I'm pretending that I would not, and that I would be a badass witch. Maybe I would, with the right training. So this is my October TBR. I think that it is perfect for the month of October. We will be well into fall by then, and these are going to have me in the fall mood. I cannot wait to read all of these. Will I read all of these? We will see. This is quite ambitious for a person who has a busy life, but I will try. I will try to spend less time on my phone and do more reading, because let's be real, we all spend too much time on our phones. We don't need to do that. So if I want to complete this TBR, I need to spend less time on my phone and more time reading. So this is my TBR. I would love to know a few books that you are going to be reading during October, so leave them down below in the comments. And that brings us to the end of this video. So thank you all very much for watching this video. I truly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye friends!